we in the West divide religion and philosophy because of the 17th century intellectual developments that we call the Age of Reason. At that time, the French philosophers like Descartes argued that religion essentially is a matter of faith, that finally faith marks out religion from the free intellectual inquiry that is philosophy. That split never occurred in India, because in India from the very beginning there is a mix of world views, a kind of an array of world views, some which were which posited gods, some which posited a supreme being, some which even posited materialism. And Buddhism was just one of those world views. And of course, neither falling into the extreme of materialism or theism. So, really, Buddhism stands or falls on whether it accords with reason and experience. Buddhism makes no appeal to the kind of transcendent authority of a god, because in Buddhism there isn't actually a creator god or a supreme being. So it also makes no appeal to the supreme authority of the Buddha. Buddha's own words were, take it and test it and see by your reasoning experience if this advice works. So that's Buddhism's approach. It is for us to test through reasoning experience, and that makes it stand apart from religions which teach finally that it's a matter of faith in the authority of the scriptures or God or whatever. It makes Buddhism therefore more akin in a Western sense to philosophy. But we can't wholly identify with philosophy, because philosophies come to mean mostly a kind of merely intellectual speculation about the nature of the world. Whereas for Buddhism, the task is to transform ourselves and to transform our perception of the world in order to free ourselves from the knots of ignorance. And that kind of set of techniques for personal transformation do not exist in modern Western philosophy. So we can't call Buddhism therefore philosophy in that sense, let alone of course the fact that much Western philosophy is essentially materialistic, whereas Buddhism of course stresses the primacy of mind and the existence of past and future lives. That, you might think, brings it back more into the camp of religion. But eventually the whole question shows itself as one that only makes sense within Western history and doesn't really make sense if you look at it as Buddhism is a way of viewing the world, as are all philosophies and religions.